90.3 FM. Everyone, front page review is next. Today is the 30th day in the month of July 2025. Check your time, 7:02 a.m. My name is Jude Ikami Jude, and I'm here because you're there. Daily Post is gonna lead the way this morning. Of course, plenty headlines for you as usual. Shall we go? Okay, before that, let me let you know that I will be having a conversation with Rufai Oseni this morning after dishing out the headlines. And when I'm done with Rufai Oseni, a former commissioner of police, CP Chuks Enwonwu, will be with us today to look at some of the headlines. All right? Thank you so much. Now, let's take a walk. (2027) elections. PDP suffers blow as prominent members dump party in the Northeast. And here there's a big headline here. 2027, Peter Obi likely to return to PDP as party zones presidential ticket to southern Nigeria. Peter Obi likely to return to PDP as party zones presidential ticket to the southern Nigeria. Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu withdraws indigenship bill, gives reasons. And then traditional rulers. Ohaneze rejects bill to make Sultan Oni permanent chairman. Traditional Rulers Council, Ohaneze rejects bill to make Sultan Oni permanent chairman. And then to some of the headlines now quickly. Will remain in PDP, says Saraki. To some of the national stories now. Adamawa bans Makade activities in schools. And then Yobe Assembly adopts report on genotype bill. 7 Super Falcons players from Imo State hosted by Governor Uzodimma. 7 of them. And then Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu withdraws indigenship bill, gives reasons. Traditional Rulers Council Ohaneze rejects bill to make Sultan and Oni permanent chairman. Abia government to conduct integrity test on every building above 2 floors. Abia government to conduct integrity test on every building above 2 floors. To politics now. 2027 ADC reserves 35% leadership for women. Eyes youths below 40 years. Did you hear that? ADC reserves 35% leadership for women. And then they are also eyeing youths below 40 years. Will remain in PDP, says Bukola Saraki. And then Peter Obi denies joining the People's Democratic Party. Nigerians are experiencing renewed agony. Former Osun Governor Oyinlola. ADC Lukman warns against leadership imposition and, of course, godfatherism. And then APC will take Anambra in November. Southeast Zonal Chairman is the one speaking here. Peter Obi denies joining PDP. You know, I told everyone, all of these speculations everywhere. Calm down. This man knows where he's going. He's got the blueprint. It's okay. Let's move from Daily Post now to Punch newspaper this morning. Check your time, 7:06 a.m. Federal government vows to end the era of strikes in tertiary institutions. Lawyer urges Ndibo to rise against killings in the southeast. Nigeria hosts Bagia Summit. reaffirms regional safety leadership. Red Cross trains youths to resist drugs and cybercrime. Agric Minister bags World Agritourism Award. And let's look at some of the big headlines here. Power rotation debate heats up as North reviews Tinubu's scorecard. Nurses shun federal government talks. Begins warning strike today. And then let's see. North splits over Tinubu marginalization claim. States accuse federal government of sabotaging power sector decentralization. 210 trillion naira audit. Senate demands NNPC response in 3 weeks. From someone, we're giving him 3 weeks, or is it 2 weeks, to appear before Senate. Now, the man refused to appear. And then they gave him another one again. He refused to appear. Now, they are now demanding NNPC's response. Okay, you can respond from anywhere in 3 weeks. Oh, this country. 210 trillion naira. To some more political stories, Adeleke warns IBEDC ahead of Osun Power Regulator takeoff. Only PDP has structure to unseat Tinubu in 2027, according to a spokesman. And then, APC faults PDP's call for removal of Edorec. ADC rejected financial inducements to quit opposition. Says Nwosu that the party rejected big financial inducement to quit opposition. This is Nwosu speaking here. And then, ADC chieftain warns David Mark others against imposition. PDP demands removal of Edorec ahead of by-elections. APC chieftain accuses Kwankwanso of inciting North against Southern presidency. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Let's check up Daily Post, or rather Daily Trust, this morning quickly. Daily Trust with a couple of headlines now. 25,000 nurses begin strike today. Deputy Speaker withdraws controversial indigenship bill after backlash. ACF says North sidelined as Tinubu's men showcase project. Nigeria joins African initiative to strengthen public sector institutions. Unaccounted 210 trillion naira. Senate gives NNPCL 3 weeks ultimatum for reaction. UK government flays killing of 38 abductees in Zamfara state. Federal government to deploy technology to stop tankers' explosions. Pension scheme. Poor treatment of police retirees affecting serving officers and their morale. That is according to the IGP. It says pension scheme. As regards pension scheme, poor treatment of police retirees affecting serving police morale. That's what the IGP is saying. Okay. UN raises alarm as Gaza death toll hits 60,000. Poor treatment of police retirees undermining morale of serving officers. Soldiers, vigilantes gunned down in Plateau. And then finally here, Remi Tinubu donates 1 billion naira to victims of Benue attacks. VOP 90.3 FM, 7:11 a.m. Yes, that's what it is right now. IMF upgrades Nigeria's economic growth forecast to 3.4%. And then, as regards 2027, still ADC might become another ADC, might become another PDP or APC if this is Lukman warning says ADC might just become another PDP or APC if we'll get to find out more of that later. Okay, Tinubu reassures North of development as ACF chair, ex-SGF kick. Okay, to some more headlines now, everyone. More. British High Commission, CDS, decry killing of 38 hostages after ransom payment. IMF upgrades Nigeria's economic growth forecast to 3.4%. Tinubu reassures North of development as ACF chair, ex-SGF kicks. Nigeria's debt may surpass 200 trillion naira by the end of 2025. This is Peter Obi warning. Nigeria's debt may surpass 200 trillion naira by end of 2025, not end of 2026. So just get to know that. 2027 ADC might become another PDP or APC if, says Lukman, Naira appreciates to 1,530 naira per dollar in the parallel market. Appreciates. Doctors, nurses threaten nationwide strike over poor welfare. Nigeria rescues stranded citizens in Central African Republic. Police officer's son beheads 15-year-old brother for alleged ritual in Ondo. Police officer's son beheads 15-year-old brother for alleged ritual in Ondo State. Wow. On open grazing, herders risk 3-year jail term, confiscation of cattle. Ogun government warns. Herders risk 3-year jail term and confiscation of cattle. Ogun government warns as regards open grazing. Okay. Tinubu reassures North of development as ACF chair, ex-SGF kick. Northern leaders, federal government meet in Kaduna over Tinubu's performance. Wait till 2031. Akume admonishes Northern politicians. Northern governors won't be re-elected unless they join ADC. Baba Chair. This guy is coming so tough. Seriously, it's coming so hard on these guys. As regards 2027, Northern governors won't be re-elected unless they join ADC. Baba Chair Lawal. On Ghana protests, federal government urges calm over alleged deportation threat to Nigerians. Ghanaians say they will deport every Nigerian. Okay, moving on. Only genocide can make Lagos no man's land. TYF replies Charlie Boy. Only genocide can make Lagos no man's land. TYF replies Charlie Boy. We have not lost hope on Chibok girls. Leah Sharibu says federal government. Someone will say story. Story. Policeman's son beheads 15-year-old brother in Ondo. Youths lynch him. VOP 90.3 FM, 7:16 a.m. is the time. This time we want to join the Sun newspaper. Quite sunny with a couple of headlines this morning. Yeah, let's check out the Sun quickly. Let's go. Northern governors, ACF, disagree on Tinubu's performance. Wait till 2031. Akume admonishes Northern politicians. 2027. You can't unseat Tinubu. APC chair, you are that tells Atiku, Obi, and others. You can't. Hey, listen, my brother. Listen very carefully. You cannot unseat Tinubu. Know that and no peace. Northern governors, ACF, disagree on Tinubu's performance. And then, my government will not leave any region behind in development, says Tinubu. From classroom to APC chairman on the see headline, Sha. It's okay. From classroom to APC chair, undercurrents, machinations of Iwata's emergence. And then to some of the ones, don't visit Plateau for campaigns. Assembly warns opposition party leaders. Don't visit Plateau for campaigns. Electricity market law will boost economic life of Osun, says Adeleke. From classroom to APC chairman. Emergence of you as the chairman. Okay. Let's check up the Guardian. The Guardian is going to guide us to some headlines, and then we check up the Nation before we get to speak with Rufai Oseni. Everyone, Kalo withdraws controversial indigenship bill for further consultation. And then let's see, PDP seeks redeployment of REC EOs ahead of August 16th by-election in Edo. Disinformation as threat to the civil service function. And then BRICS, Global South, and neo-colonialism. Federal government, UNICEF unveil instruments to aid children access to justice. NDLEA auctions drug traffickers' properties in Lagos, Kano, Ondo, and Ogun State. Nigerians spent 1.3 trillion naira on PMS in June as Dangote marketers deepen competition. All right, the Nation is next. Finally, the Nation with some more headlines. ITPN, Nanta, FTAN endorse Travcon Expo. What's that again? Let's look at that again better. Okay, Travcon Expo, right? Okay, ITPN, Nanta, ETAN endorses Let me look at that. I'm not sure of what it is here. Let it pop out again. Let's see. Okay, ITPN, Nanta, FTAN endorse Travcon Expo. That's it. Okay, let's go. President has asked US to ensure ASU, others don't go on strike, says Alausa. NDLEA sells 2 seized properties at 139 million naira. Tinubu offers jobs, 250,000 naira to outstanding core members. Outstanding, 250K to outstanding core members. INEC to SIEC, conducting council polls without mandatory notice, recipe for anarchy. Respond to AGF's queries on 210 trillion naira cash, Senate tells NNPCL. And then PDP, ADC lock-ons in supremacy battle. Yiwata, Akume, Yahaya, Sani, Rally North for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You are on to Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Everyone, it's time to join Rufai Oseni. But before that, I will urge you again to get to YouTube and let me read your comments. YouTube is just VOP 90.3 FM, and you're there. Okay? Yeah. Let's read your comments, your observation. Just let's get your thoughts there in the comment section. And then don't forget our WhatsApp number is open for your messages. 081-717-56338. 081 56338. Let's now join Rufai Oseni now.
Right, a couple of stories making the rounds. I think a lot of people, please, we need peace and unity for the development of Lagos. And I don't like the way politicians are going about this name change for different parts of Lagos, trying to erase the memory and the, mindsets that people have towards a certain area before. At first, that's why we hitherto condemned the Charlie Boy bus stop thing. And now we are seeing that there's another story making the rounds about some parts of Etiosa local government where some names are being changed from people to certain ethnic group to those in another ethnic group. See, for those that are being used by political class for all of these sentiments, please remember we need peace, we need unity, we need tranquility. All of this we are doing cannot move Lagos forward. Everybody has been there for so many years in Lagos, and people have built their lives around here. Like I keep asking, why is it that it was after the last election all of this realization started? Because I'm seeing some certain groups even championing this hate and division in Lagos. It's not necessary. Let's not allow the political class use us. Because what they will do is they are starting to, they will use you, they'll foment trouble, and they'll dump you. What you should ask the political life class is, they are telling you now, maintain your territory in Lagos. The same Lagos that as of 1912, we already had pipe-borne water. Till today, you don't have water coming out of your tap. You don't have electricity. Environments are dirty. Livelihood is not great. So what are you saying to say you are benefiting? Sanitation is in deplorable states. There are many other contingent problems. So if they are using you to fight your neighbors, that all you have benefited from this political class is bad leadership, bad infrastructure, I don't think you should put yourself in the mess that they are trying to create. Please, I beg you. It is time for a stitching 9 to save 9. Let us use our brain. Please. Another story making the rounds is this story of during the celebration of our Nigerian female team. They turned it political by singing "On Your Mandate We Shall Stand," and President Tinubu was there. You see, this attempt to over-politicize everything makes a mockery of the nation. And we should stop politicizing everything. Look at the same English team that won Euros for female football. See the way they had a big celebration. Nobody came to politicize everything. You didn't even have to know that there was a Labour government in power. It was not a place for political slogan. In fact, one of the things they did was they brought a lot of artists to come and perform during their open air party. In fact, the coach liked Burna Boy, so they brought Burna Boy to come and perform for her. But for us, it's to politicize everything we know. Collective success, the next thing people start to sing "On Your Mandate We Shall Stand." And I know when it's election period, they will use the campaign that is under President Tinubu, that we have the girls win, as though it was President Tinubu that made them win, not the collective effort of the girls. And Showore is even complaining by saying that we are giving these girls money, $100,000. But policeman will work for 35 years. When it's time to pay him his gratuity, we'll just give him $1,500
at all.
And we should do something about it. And Showore has a valid concern. APC is saying, no, they are going to sweep everything. These political parties are being very bullish. But the question we should ask is, what have we done to make life better for the people? That's just it. Now, US to Nigeria, visa application seeking birth citizenship will be denied. So the US is doing everything to block birth citizenship because they are saying that they don't want, people to come to their country and take up their citizenship just like that. Bolaji Abdullah is saying that Obi is still in the coalition, that he won't risk returning to the PDP. So this is a reaction to what Alimadu Sharif was saying yesterday, that Obi has moved, he's going to move at some point. He said, no, nothing of such is going to happen. And that's a reaction from the coalition itself. Nwufuru suspended 25 commissioners, 38 aides out of absence of an official event. Question is, a governor suspended his own political appointees. The chief press secretary said they will proceed on 1 month working suspension without salary as a punishment for them because they didn't attend that event. A lot of people will look at this and say, okay, the governor is showing himself. Maybe he's trying to instill discipline in the states. But doesn't this smack of high-handedness? But let's see. Appeal court has ruled that FRSA lack power to seize driver's license and vehicles. And this is a landmark case. Court of Appeal has ruled that the Federal Road Safety Court lacks power to seize a driver's license, vehicle, of any related document without a valid court order. They gave these judgments, against the court martial and unidentified person by uniform COS 35. They appeal against the judgments of Abia State High Court, which heard that the seizure of a citizen's vehicle was unlawful and a breach of fundamental human rights. The suit was instituted by Ugochukwu, a medical doctor, and he said he was accosted by FRSC during lockdown COVID-19 and said that his driving license on Bender Road on a Saturday designated for essential work by the same governor. He told the court that the vehicle and the documents were in order, but the officials asked for bribe and he declined, citing a lack of cash. And the official accused him of something, and they ransacked his car and they seized his driving license. Then they came up with a crook-up charge, one after another things. The court has ruled in his favor, giving him an award. But this is also a landmark case for all those government officials that act very high-handed on the streets of Lagos. To what effect? What is it going to do for them? Do we build a society that way? Obviously, no. I mean, these are the many concerns a lot of people are having at this point in time and in building our nation.
All right. Thank you so much, Rufai Oseni. But let's get to your thoughts as regards Peter Obi. Yeah, Peter Obi himself.
Right. Welcome to another insight. I just want to react to a couple of stories making the rounds, and the one about Peter Obi, the talk by Alimadu Sharif that Peter Obi might, be moving ahead to the PDP. And I want to analyze what I call the Obi dilemma. Obi is in a dilemma, or let me use the word a trilemma, as we speak today as regards political positioning. At first, his Labour Party is fractured down the middle. Only recently, a Labour Party Senate by-election candidate that finally got the Senate seat in Edo State confirmed to me on live television that INEC did not come to inspect their primaries. And what INEC said was that they were trying to look at the cases between the debacle that was going on in Labour Party among the Abure faction and in the Nede Usman faction. The Nede Usman has come up many times to say that the court judgment was clear as regards what happened and what transpired, that there's no need to be able to bicker about anything that the Abure faction is just making a lot of hot air noise. But Abure faction is consolidating. So in Edo State, for instance, in fact, for the Edo Central senatorial seat, there are two different candidates. Abure faction candidate and the Usman faction candidates. When I went to Abia to interview Governor Alex Oti in the village Isialangwa, he also told me that, Abure was just masturbating. But till today, they've not been able to take the reins of the party. So, definitely, our forces have coalesced against Obi. Formerly, the likes of the Marabambi that were at loggerheads with Abure before, all of them have now coalesced because they have a common enemy now, which is Obi and his own group. So, I mean, you're having a lot of blockade, as it were, on the Labour Party front. Then the ADC, which a lot of people have said is a ploy to be able to bring Atiku in. You know, once they open it up, Atiku is going to get a footing when they finally have the primaries. There's not going to be any level of transparency that if they truly want it, the desires of the nation is saying that power should come, to the south. So that's another leg of the analysis about the Obi trilemma. Then the third leg is this Alimoti Sherry's assertion that that they're talking about the fact that yes, Obi is the indications I might join the PDP. Anyway, Obi has not come out to say. I don't know when Alimoti Sherry became spokesperson for Obi. But I also see a wedge in that because as it is today, the paratric of the party is largely being controlled by Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike has dealings with President Tinubu. Is Nyesom Wike's loyalty total to President Tinubu? Only time will tell. So, but on this, the roadmap for him will be to achieve this. But the Nyesom Wike that we know also has presidential ambition. Then what will become his lot? He helps President Tinubu achieve a second term. Then obviously, after a second term, power goes back to the north. Then he has to wait again another cycle. There could be two scenarios. One, Wike is trying to play the long game to wait after 8 years after 2031. So maybe close to like 2040 thereabout for him to be able to run again. He's still a young man, still got some time on his side, probably in his late 50s. Maybe then he'll be inching into his early 60s. Is he going to play a long game? But the question is, will he still have the political relevance then? Or will he come back and say, okay, let me coalesce with my party. Since the desires of the nation, we'll get a strong candidate. But will Nyesom Wike, in a scenario where it's as he's talked about, Peter Obi goes, will Nyesom Wike want to coalesce with Peter Obi? I don't think so. He will support Tinubu over anything because, number one, Tinubu has given him a lifeline with the position he's given him. Two, they have an agreement. Three, he supported Tinubu in the last elections in Rivers State, even against his own political party. So it's going to be a hard rock. From my calculations, that assertion by Alimoti Sherry is not even true. Because who I'm hearing among some top folks, among the PDP, is Goodluck Jonathan. Because the argument in favor of Goodluck Jonathan is that he's just got 4 years. So Goodluck Jonathan is the only person that can truly promise the North 4 years. And he will keep to the promise because constitutionally he's bad. After 4 years, he can't run again. So they are saying even if Obi promised 4 years and he will allow power to go back to North. No, they don't want that first time Goodluck Jonathan scenario to continue again. But now, Goodluck Jonathan is actually tied because he only has 4 years. And that's what I was considered in the last election. So the question is, let's posit a worst case scenario in this Obi trilemma. What if Obi doesn't get a leg in the ADC? He doesn't get a leg in the Labour Party, obviously, with the kind of machination that Abure are doing, he's not going to get a leg in there. He doesn't get a leg in the PDP, obviously he can't go to the APC. Or quadrilemma. What's the number one worst case scenario that will happen to Obi? He might not run in 2027 elections.
Worst case
scenario.
Okay.
What's another case scenario? Maybe he might have to now look for another party. Maybe that might be his next option to now run. Another party they are not thinking about. But definitely, I don't want to think that Obi, being a two-time governor that has fought many political battles, impeachment and all of that, will not have his own genie off the bottle kind of plan. But currently, when you posit all those scenarios, it's sort of like an Obi trilemma or quadrilemma or dilemma, whatever you want to call it. But the question is, the way it looks now, based on this analysis, it's looking like a trilemma. And the talk about Alimadu Sheriff saying that Obi has a clear chance to be able to go to, the PDP, that he got information, I don't think so. And I don't think so. I think a lot of people will just talk at this point in time because the Wike factor is there. And I don't think Wike will want to betray the loyalty Tinubu has got. He's got for Tinubu. It's in his favor to still stay with Tinubu. And probably for his own presidential ambition, he could play the long game.
Okay.
Because after all of this, power will still go back to the north. So, I mean, that's just some analysis coming out.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Like I said, I want to put up a conversation with CP Chuks, who knows Peter Obi so well. And let's find out if Peter Obi is given the ticket in the People's Democratic Party. Will he move to the PDP? Let's welcome CP Chuks Enwonwu. Good morning to you, sire. Welcome.
Good morning to you, Ikami Judy, and to the listeners.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Now, initially, there were indications, that Peter Obi, might be moving to the People's Democratic Party. Alimadu Sheriff came out and made it public, that Peter Obi, according to feelers, might be moving to, the People's Democratic Party. But just yesterday, Peter Obi came out to say, hey, I am not moving, I'm not moving at all. He reaffirmed his allegiance to the African Democratic Congress, ADC. Now, I want to ask you, if Peter Obi is given a ticket to come run as a flag bearer, all right, in the PDP, do you think he would oblige? Do you think he would move to the PDP?
I don't think so. Reason being that the PDP is shadow of itself now. Virtually all the big groups that make PDP have left. So the remaining one, what I should describe as stranded passengers. Stranded in the sense that they don't even know what to do with themselves or where to go. And possibly due to age and maybe physical disabilities, those persons are no longer strong enough to make impact or meaning in the ongoings politically. So, as far as PDP is concerned, I don't see the party, offering anything to the person of Peter Obi. And furthermore, it's like Asiwaju, when he left AD to go and form AC, Action Congress in 2006, 2007. You ask him to go back to AD. That would have been politically disastrous. So that's my take on that.
Okay. So Peter Obi, he's not going anywhere. Now, there's been this speculation, he's going to leave the PDP. He's going to leave the ADC because what he wants is the presidency, not to become anyone's VP. And now, Peter Obi himself, according to the information we got, recently, he is reaffirming his allegiance to the ADC. Now, is it that he is willing now to become VP, if possible, or he still wants to become the president? Now we still have Atiku who has refused to say anything about it.
The fact remains, there's nothing that will make him to go and take a VP position. That will be political suicide. So rather than do that, he will continue to make his efforts towards targeting the position of the president. That is one. Then the second leg is for anybody from the north hoping to get the 2027 ticket will be like a mirage. Because even the northerners themselves had that understanding of 8 years up, 8 years down. Unless by peradventure something happens to either of the side. Constitutionally, the vice president will pick up the driving seat or the cockpit. So that's like what happened in 2010. Outside that, naturally, the support from the north will go for a southern candidate, no matter the part of the south the candidate comes from, whether from the southwest or south or southeast. They are routing for somebody from the south. But that's the bottom line.
You made mention of something. You said if Obi decides to become, take the VP slot, that means okay, that like your statement. He said, your words. He said political suicide. I want to understand why you why you said that. Politically, it would be political suicide for Peter Obi. How?
The reason is that he has very large followership, especially amongst the youth, the masses, the wretched of the earth, the working class, and they are the bulk of the voting population. So for him to, they are the ones who projected him. They are the ones that are this obedient movement, irrespective of their tribe, religion, or region, and all that. So he will disappoint them if he ends up going to take a position of a spare tire, because that's what they call vice president, in quotes. They want him to be on the driving seat and stamp out this excessive corruption, one, grow the economy from consumption pattern to productive ventures, and above all, get us out of this hardship and hunger. It won't take much to do that, especially when you are focused and you are altruistic. You're thinking about the next generation, not just the next election. And how do you do that? Cut the cost of governance completely. You look at, for instance, the largest revenue allocation we just saw in June, 1.8 trillion naira. And the question everybody's asking, at the end of this distribution, what happens to this money? You now see what we call poor governance and corruption. We will end up not seeing good impact on these distributed funds across the layers of the 3 tiers of government. Corruption will just consume the thing and waste. It will end up in people's bank accounts, both at home and abroad. They have their way of doing it. That's why they are all desperate to remain in that position. And when constitution bars them maybe after 2 terms, they'll be looking for another place to either become minister, like the one in FCT, or go to National Assembly to go and hide themselves there and continue to be a leech on the national economy and continue to put people to extreme poverty. They don't even care. They have no fear of God. They have no humanity in them. Their own is only to continue to accumulate wealth to the detriment of the people. So these are the areas that this youth, this Gen Z, this, what do you call the millennium generation, and even the want to stamp out, if it is possible, completely, so that we have a new dawn. That is just a position.
Okay.
And I think that's a thing of the vast majority of this electorate.
CP, I want to ask you, there's been these heated arguments even here in the studio as regards where Obi should go. Not leaving ADC anyway, this time around still in ADC. Even the Indibos are arguing. Some would say Obi should just, take the seat of the VP. At least he's close to power. The power is not served a la carte. He as a person cannot beat Tinubu. We're not talking about whether it's free, we're not talking about free and fair election now, but the Jagabanism character of this administration would not bring in a Peter Obi. That's one. On the other hand, the fact that Southeast feels neglected, is like all against one, sort of, that they would not allow a Southeasterner to take up that position. Not now. Some persons are bent on making sure it doesn't just work out at all for a Peter Obi to get to the seat of the president. Now on the other hand, some says no, Peter Obi must be the president. It's either presidency or nothing. Some will even say, hey, if Peter Obi cannot continue, if Peter Obi cannot be the president, in ADC, then we should allow, the current administration to continue. CP, what do you think, really? I want you to help us understand or tell us which way, really. What do you think Peter Obi should do? Instead of losing out completely, some will say he should just, let me not use the word manage, he should grab the post of the VP. What do you think? If he's not given the presidency, don't you think he should accept the VP?
Maybe he would have done that in 2019 if they had won that election, himself and Atiku. Yes, we'll say yes. Probably he would have done it for the 2 terms, 19 to 2027. Then probably, if luck shines his way, he can now become the presidential candidate in 27. But it didn't work. He now moved on to go and try his luck in 2023. And we have seen the impact he has made. That's why I say it's a political suicide. He should not even contemplate it. I know. His staunch followers and those around him will make sure he does not take that position. Because that position is not only relegating him to the background, he will lose political relevance as soon as he takes the position. So it's either he tries it or he forgets it. That is just the position. That you are VP does not bring power to your region. You are just a spare tire that is at the whims and caprices of the commander-in-chief and the chief executive of the corporation. It's whatever he assigns you to do that you do. So you can't even say that the power is shared between you and the Mr. President. It's not like that.
Okay, CP.
So we should go and look at the constitution.
I've heard also from some quarters that Obi as a person would not be able to do anything under Atiku as a VP. He would not be able to perform. Take a look at what happened with Oshibajo and Buhari. That the same will happen if he becomes the VP. Would you toe that path?
Of course. That's why I say that it is political suicide for him to go that route. It will not work. And he knows. That's why I said that he has passed that stage and level. Because if we are in the 2019 process, they ended up entering a Sorok, it would have been a different thing. He'll be there and patiently work with his principal until 2027 comes. But it didn't work out that way. That's the way we found ourselves. And that is what we are going through today. So for you to come back now, after all this followership, goodwill that the people had given him and still ready to give him more, then you tell him to drop the ambition and go and become number 2. It will not fly. And secondly, the odds are high because even the North will not want to bring in somebody from that part of the country for now. Because doing that will alter the understanding of the pattern on ground.
Okay.
the perfect understanding on ground. So that is something that is not going to fly as far as the political pendulum is concerned.
Okay, let's remain with the ADC. Babachir Lawal has stated that all elected officials in the north, including governors seeking re-election, will not be re-elected unless they join the opposition African Democratic Congress. What would you call that? Northern governors, won't be re-elected unless they join ADC. Babachir Lawal.
That is what they call daydreaming. How can Babachir Lawal be talking for the governors of the north? Who sends him in quotes? Like our people will say, I will send you. They not have their own mind and they have their own workings. When the time comes, any direction they want to do, they do that direction. And the same is applicable to the states in that north, whether the northeast, northwest, or north central. So for the fact that you are looking at a political party that unless you key into that party, you will not win an election, is not going to work. It only worked in 2015 because of the Buhari factor. When he was used to getting between 10 to 12 million votes from the north, bulk votes. So immediately he won 2015 presidential election, bandwagon effect followed. It now affected even sitting or incumbent governors who had just done one term, like in Kaduna State and maybe one or two other states. They lost their offices because of. But it cannot work again. There's no Buhari magic anymore. Everybody knows the reality on ground.
Okay.
So whether you all rush into the ADC and think that one will be the El Dorado, it will not even change anything. Those who already have the structures on ground and the workings will always have a way of getting back to that position, because there is so much juicy, paraphernalia in government, especially now. I told you, I just broke it down. The 1.8 trillion that was shared for the three levels of government. Even the Supreme Court judgment that favored the 774 local governments in terms of taking their direct allocation.
Okay.
Some of those crooked governors still had their way of blocking them having the money. If the money comes, yes, 30 trillion will come. They have a way of cornering it, because all the people in the chairmanship division of the local governments are lakeys and bootlickers and sycophants of the governor. So it's a question of, look, I've sent you an error, bring that money quick, and the man hands over the whole thing to him. He will now give him paltry bid to go and manage himself. And because you still see the hues and cries of pension payment of primary school retirees, primary school teacher retirees, and even the teachers of backlog of not salary being paid promptly and so on and so forth. So all that quantum of money or allocation for local government, where is it going?
Okay.
That's another $1 million question we should be asking. So it's a very unfortunate thing, but I know as time goes on, something drastic will someday happen.
CB, let's quickly talk about the People's Democratic Party, PDP. PDP believes, that the party is the only party capable of defeating President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. The party says it has the structure. Only PDP has the structure to unseat Tinubu in 2027. These are according to spokesman. And then on the other hand, Saraki is saying, well, I am not moving. I am here in the PDP. I remain in the PDP, and no one is taking me out. That's what's going on. What do you think is happening here? The PDP is gathering momentum.
Well, no, they can't gather momentum. They cannot gather momentum. I mean, it's like a house or a palace that has collapsed. You cannot rebuild it overnight. The structures had left them. What do you understand by those structures? The powers that be. Those like government houses and corridors of power. They've left the PDP. And the few who are there are at the verge of outrunning their tenors, especially the governors. So when they outrun their tenor, they've lost relevance.
Okay.
They are no longer in control of the structures. So how are they going to win the presidential election? It's all wishful thinking, which I know will hardly materialize. So we need to be realistic. They should put their thinking cap and stop deceiving themselves. It's just like the small analysis I made to you about AD, Alliance for Democracy, that brought in no less than 6 governors of Southwest geopolitical region in 1999. And Obasanjo's abracadabra moved them out, except Bala Shivaju, Ahmed Tinubu, in 2003. And that was what the man looked at and quickly abandoned the sinking ship and went and formed Action Congress in 2006 for 2007 election and began to grow the party from strength to strength. It changed to ACN, and while being in ACN, they won the whole of Southwest in between 2007 and 2011. They took the whole of Southwest, except Ondo, where Numiko Olusegun was still doing his first and second term under Labour Party. And after he left, Akeredolu of the same ACN took by then APC took over that Ondo. So you can see that from there, they now metamorphosed into APC that won the 2015 election and are still in power today. So anybody talking of PDP with torn umbrella that has gone to shreds, you can't patch it anymore. So they should better look for other places to go and try their luck. Maybe this ADP that they are all drafting themselves in. That's the way I see it.
CP, you're a retired police officer. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, says that the poor state of retirees, particularly those under the contributory pension scheme, is affecting the morale of serving officers. Your take on that?
It is absolutely correct, 101%. The morale of the men are really sinking, is going down. How would you, after 35 years, when you would have worked, you are now to go home and rest? They will give you paltry 2 million naira and say that is your gratuity. It is outrageous. It is unbelievable. It is callous.
After 35 years.
It is wicked. After 35 years. And it's not as if that after you are retiring, they are handing it over to you. You will wait and wait and wait for maybe 1 to 2 years before they will say they have now finally worked it out. Yes. That's how it is. I waited for over 1 year before I got whatever paltry sum they gave me. That we are surviving, some of us today, is by the grace of God and the goodwill we built over the years while in service. That is what is sustaining us till today. Otherwise, it would have been very disastrous. Some are retiring, before you know it, they are already dead. We've been burying a lot of retirees because of these poor conditions of service and poor conditions post-service. It's very sad and very, very unfortunate. And that's why I keep counseling public officials, public servants or civil servants or police officers, that you need to build bridges, make friends, be helpful to people, for eschew bribery and corruption. Don't be brutal to people, because when these people that you're meeting as you're crossing the gate, going up there, you're coming back.
Don't be brutal to people. Don't be brutal to people.
Yes.
CP, continue.
Yes. These are the people, after you have gone on your journey, as you are coming back, they are the same people that you meet. Let me even give you one bit now. Since, like I told you, since I retired till today, I have never sat at home doing nothing. People have been looking for me to come and do this work for us because you have a good record. You have been very nice to us in the course of your career. That is what is sustaining me till today. Beyond my expectation and beyond my imagination. I've been busy, I've been working, and that's why when I look at my colleagues, I really feel for them. You know, some will call me and say, what magic is leading you on? I say, it's God. It's grace of God. Many of you carried away with that opportunity because you were looking for money. You were collecting bribe. You were extorting money from people by force. And they were cursing you. They were never praying for you. But in my own little way and in my own case, I was very helpful to mankind, to humanity, at my own detriment. But God has rewarded me for that. That today, people keep looking for me and supporting me, both financially and otherwise. I've never begged anybody for 1 naira. But money keeps coming my way. It's God, it's miraculous. People will keep looking for me, and some will keep sending me unimaginable quantum of money, running in millions, to be very frank with you.
CP, the evidence is. I think I would have to. This is really beautiful, a very beautiful conversation we're having this morning as regards these issue of police. I would love to have you on a separate day, so you can advise, these young policemen on the street, talk to them, let them understand what the game is like, because you've been there, you've seen it all, and if you as a person could be saying all you're saying this morning, then it means everyone should listen to you. I think you should be able to come in and guide some of these policemen, speak to them, let them understand what the job entails, how to go about it, especially when you're getting very close to retirement, or one day you will retire. CP, we will have this conversation again, please.
Thank you so much.
I want to appreciate you. Let's leave you now to go. Thank you again.
Thank you for tolerating and accommodating me.
It's time to take the next step toward your dreams. Admissions are now open for the October 2025 and January 2026 intakes at Lancaster University, Ghana. Get ready for a world-class education, global opportunities, and an unforgettable experience right from Ghana. For more information, contact us at +234 0701 708 9214 or email us at nigeria@lancaster.edu.gh. Apply today and begin your journey to success with Lancaster University, Ghana. Your future starts now.
Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call, 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 081 717 56338. 081 717 56338. Move away from your radio set, so turn down the volume so we can hear each other. Just about 1 minute for everyone. Mind what you say on a national radio. My name is Jude. What is your name?
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
This is Chuks Enwonwu from Sugarlaba.
Okay.
I want to say something concerning that VP slot and the president slot of Peter Obi. Since this thing is started, it's only Goodluck Jonathan that was president after being a vice president. Sure, you know.
Okay.
During the Shagari and the Elect Ekweme, there was agreement for Les to become president later, but it didn't work out. Now, for Peter Obi to be vice president, it shouldn't work. If we contest on the primary and we didn't get the flag bearer, let him support the flag bearer and leave the VP slot. That's what I want to say.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I told you can send me WhatsApp messages on 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
It's Shay from Surulere.
Okay.
I want to talk about VP of Obi and this. For me, the way Nigeria is going, for me, instead of to lose completely, it's not even, for me, it's not even possible for Easterner for now. Because I know how now, if you look since 1990 now, someone must become vice from one place. Because like now, 2023, we say the same thing, all of us support this man. And whether he win or he no win, they can't give him the president. It's not possible. So it's better for him to become vice or leave everything. You don't need to campaign at all because it's just wasting money. And he said that in past, I said that they cannot do vice. Once you know if you do vice, they should not complain that nobody give them president. Since 1999, Igbo cannot become president because of what? They can't do vice. And you have to do vice before you can talk of president. So that's why it becomes south and west and Bauta north. So they should not complain anything. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much. God bless you too. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. What's your name and where you calling from? Good morning to you. Move away from your radio set before you call. I beg you. Okay? Please move away from your radio set. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Kamijide.
Yes, good morning.
Thank you. I'm calling from Ajagule.
Let's go.
Yeah. Please, this is a question of VP. I totally don't support of it. Because since the president is ruling for this nation, vice president never contributed anything meaningfully.
Okay.
So for people to be this time around, nobody can put head going for presidency, even Atiku, even Tinubu, even anybody, those who will go there and they bring out their own sensitive God give you to rule the nation. It's not by a matter of money and any other thing. I'm telling you, VP does not do anything. It's very tired. If you are using a vehicle anytime, any day, until that vehicle near puncture a tire, that is where the spare tire is worked. That is so called by a man also.
All right.
So for me to
Thank
say,
All right. Thank you so much for calling.
thank you.
Appreciate you. Yeah. Hello, good morning here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to
This
you.
is Mama H.O. from US.
Good morning, Mama Hicho. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
I want Nigeria to understand one thing. 2027 is not all about Nigerians. 2027 is all about the younger generation, my children, that is looking for an enabling environment to use their God-given intelligence and smartness to fulfill destiny. So come 2027, if Mr. Peter Obi is not on the ballot paper, then he should not contest. Reason is because this younger generation, they are looking onto him as an example of a leader that will give the good leadership for them to build a better and a new Nigeria. Other people that are contesting out there or will contest, what they are looking for is just power. This younger generation want to build a new Nigeria, a Nigeria that will fit into the seat of Nigeria as the giant of Africa. You people that have enjoyed Nigeria, you are still the one that want to continue to destroy Nigeria. Most of you that are speaking from your two sides of the mouth, some of you enjoy a Nigeria that you never pay school fees. Some of you enjoy Nigeria when Naira was bigger than pounds, when Naira was bigger than the dollar, when Naira was bigger than the euro. Some of you enjoy free education. This younger generation does not know any of this. And you people are speaking from your two both of mind. Shame on you. Let me let you people know. It is only the truth that will set us free as a people, a nation.
Thank you.
So those of you that are speaking from those two both sides of your mouth, shame on you. I'm
Thank you
glad
so much.
the internet will not forget. And your children will see this your nonsense.
Thank you, Mama Echo. Appreciate you. 0700 903 903 903. Okay. Hello. Good morning.
Hello, Ikami Jude.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Afon Adama.
Okay.
I want to greet CP for good talk when he talk. Before I didn't believe that police know collect bribe, but I have a friend of mine with the CP today. Since I know him from inspector to this, you know they collect bribes. If you enter motor, pay you. So I want to tell CP to keep it up. God continue the blessing. About to Peter Obi issue. See, this is vice, no vice. What I want to for this country, like Mama from US said this morning. I love that. This is our new generation now. We are suffering. Let them do merciful. Let them do electoral reform. Let Nigeria be working. Now Nigeria is not working at all. That's my contribution this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. Ikami Jude, you can now see that the protest Omoyele already did for police weeks ago is very, very important. That some Nigerians are saying is not necessary. God bless you. And CP Chuks. Rafo from Milasa Isolo. You know, one thing, this thing is just somehow, this police thing. Why some were for that protest, some were against the protest. Even when Showore reached that police headquarters, what did some police still do? You know, I don't know. Maybe someone is using... See, I really don't know. Somewhere you look at it and you just get confused. Let's leave it there. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Emeka from Ogun State.
Let's go.
Jude, I just want to ask, based on the president's wife that went to donate some money, is it when people died, they will always rise to go and be donating money? I'm seeing that money they're donating as a, work well done, that people have died. So to go and celebrate those people, those money they are donating, must we wait until people die? Why won't you use that money to do the rightful thing? Is it because there's none of their own brother or blood that is among those people that died? Now, you're giving those people the money for them to use to eat, as in, the blood of their children that have died and slaughtered. Why is it that when people being massacred, they will be going and giving money unto what? Why not do something once and for all? They will be waiting until when massacre take place somewhere.
All right.
They will begin to ask to go and donate money for the people to be eating. How will they be eating the money when they are in sorrow? When we have what to do? Only God Almighty will judge them.
Thank you.
In all those things they are doing, wasting people's blood.
Thank you.
Now they're talking about Chibo girls. Are you going to adopt people that have already been married and have children there? They are just sleeping. They're just dreaming.
Thank you so much.
God will help this nation.
Amen. Thank you so much. Good morning. The money Tinubu's wife donated to the people of Benue State should be used to build houses to the people languishing in IDP camps. Leo from Lagos. Tinubu has kept his promises, He said Northern Governors Forum. I don't want to ask the Northern Governors Forum if Tinubu is giving North constant light and end the incessant killing and kidnapping of Nigerians. Leo, as that to say. And then, what's your name? Mayor from Ikotunigbe. Just, can you always make this whole thing brief? Okay? It's always lengthy. Okay? Good morning, everyone in the studio. If at all there is anything good about the country called Nigeria, a few days ago, most of us was in a happy mood, including our president, because our gallant ladies, which is the Super Falcons, put smiles on our faces. But today, the smiles have disappeared due to the normal bad news of killing, strike here and there, banditries, kidnappings, hunger. In fact, nothing is no longer working under the man that we are told that has first-class honors in Chicago University and an accountant with, Okay, thank you so much. Please, I want to ask, who can do what? Good morning. Is that man? God, what's his name? Gideon. Okay. Whichever way you look at it, it appears there is a deliberate and calculated attempt to turn the southeast region into another killing field, just like what Plateau and Benue State have become. The most surprising thing is that in all these killings, you will never get to see any prominent Igbo politician utter any word. Look at the attacks against Igbos in Ghana. No Igbo leader of note has stepped in to mediate. Again, is it fair for the Imo State Police Command to always rush to media and blame IPOB and ESN for any killing without any arrest or investigation? Anyway you look at it, negative sentiments against Igbos are being stirred in order to prepare an excuse for another genocide. This is how it starts. Something must be done now to stem this ugly tide. Pascal Chimezie from Ikeja. What's your name again? Temitope or Natuye from Ijagemo is saying it's unfortunate that the present administration keeps governing the country on mere propaganda following the killing of innocent people in Zamfara State. Yet, the Minister of Defense keeps telling the citizens and the world that security has improved greatly. I wonder how they would react to the statement made by the U.S. government condemning those killings, thereby refuting the claim that Nigerian security has improved. Also, the MD NNPCL, Mr. Bayo Ogunlari, is it Ojulari or Ogunlari, has finally appeared before the National Assembly to defend the 20. It's okay, let's leave it there. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You have 1 minute. Oh no, you move away from your radio set, please. Peter Obi will not join PDP. Chief is the one saying that he will not join the PDP. The desperation of certain politicians in Lagos State to win at all costs is gradually eroding the very delicate bond existing between the various ethnic nationalities residing in the state. Is a recipe for anarchy and chaos. Osiumaje in Shasha, thank you so much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
I'm Edward. See, we want to exactly Nigerian people because we don't want to remove Tinubu, and after like 1 year or 2 years, we are still suffering from an investment. Or do they want who will restart this economy, and this economy will continue running at them? The God have sent them people. It is left for them to decide. Because when you look at people and look at their comment, it's like a hatred that could be not to be there. That hatred of because from Ghana. But Obi is a neutral. Obi have vowed to put this country in order, and Obi have put 100 days in office. Which the one people have bring. About you could bring 100 days or in office, or what John has to remove the thing. The only problem Nigeria have is to go to the electoral reform. The whole Nigeria must make the federal government to know that without electoral reform, there's no elector. We know our problem. Why are we going from left and right? electoral reform and let the court stand it that this is where to go. So that we put anybody that is a viable person in it and we return and make a better governance.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your call. I'm looking at some messages here, though. But let me take this call first. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, my name is Chuks Enwonwu.
Okay.
About Peter Obi, I don't know. Like this now, he's the only person that seems to have a good plan for Nigeria. But I don't know. So, I don't think he should deputize anybody. Because as long as I know, in this Nigeria, a vice president doesn't have mouth. From Yemi Osibanjo to Kashim Shettima, I don't even see their usefulness. I don't see anything that they have done. So there's no point being the vice. If it's me, I will tell him if he cannot get any presidential seat in any way, he will just leave it for them. He have tried. He will receive his reward. Since he has a big heart to solve Nigeria's problem, and he will not kill himself.
Thank you.
Because Nigerian problem is not only the leaders. The citizens also have their own problem. Just look at what one of your callers just said, that Igbos cannot be president because they refuse to be vice. Did Tinubu become vice before becoming president? Buhari, did he become vice before becoming president? Obasanjo, was he a vice before becoming president? So the problem is only the leaders. The citizens they are not ready. The Nigerians are not ready to change. They don't want, in fact, they are not ready to take their country back. When they are ready, they will know. Look at other countries already. See Kenya. The whole Kenya burst out in the streets and started protesting. But Nigeria now, if Igbos come out, they say, listen, they are Igbos. Yoruba come out, the Igbos, this one will stay back, this one come. So they are not ready. If they are ready, they will take it back. It's not whether electoral reform or not electoral reform. If they are ready, things will change. Nigerians are not ready. Thank you.
Thank you so much. C. Someone should tell George Akume that 2027 general election won't be decided by minority of well-favored individuals around the president. It will rather be decided by majority of hungry Nigerians, oppressed, and those affected by the government unfriendly policies. I want to say to all the opposition parties in Nigeria to boycott that election if the president will not sign the bill that will ensure that election results are transferred electronically to the IRF. Their confidence in winning 2027 election is based on their predetermined attempt to rig that election. Nigerians will resist it by all means. My name is Gabriel from Ikorodu. All right, everyone, I think I have to go now. My time is up. I'll do more, okay, when I return by 10:30, okay? Yeah, I'll do more. But like I said, on social media, that is on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, X, everywhere. I am IKAMIJUDEH. IKAMIJUDEH. That is Ikami Jude. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later. Good morning to you.
Please note, the views and opinions expressed on this program solely those of the individual contributors and do not necessarily represent the official views of the Voice of the People 90.3 FM, Lagos. We do not endorse or take responsibility for any content shared by our followers, all third-party users.
Thank you. This is number one super dial. Voice of the People 90.3 FM, Lagos.
Kudos Homes Limited don come with better. I pray say you go dey among of people wey I go congratulate. They don become land